Flamingo Chef, show us what you got with cocktails and dishes that hit the sweet spot.
This bottle, this beautiful, beautiful bottle, is full of toasted coconut rum. This is rum and coconuts. Oh, it just smells like heaven. I've been making this stuff for a long time. Let me show you how to do it. Now, I've looked around the internet out of idle curiosity, and I've noticed a lot of recipes to make a coconut rum, but none of them are even similar to the way I do it, which is why I wanted to show you my version. Now, this is left over from all the way back in the 90s when I ran a bar in a private club, and one of the big things we made was infusions, and this happened to be one of them. So my variation is probably going to be quite a bit different than a lot of the ones you've seen online, but it's not difficult, and I think, personally, maybe I'm biased, but I think it's better. So what are you going to need? Well, you're going to need a few utensils. You're going to need a pan, a good medium-sized saucepan. You're going to need, I use a 1/4 cup measuring cup because it just makes it a little easier to work with. I also have a 8-ounce measuring cup. It's because I do things weird. I get that. Then I have this container. This is how I actually measure my rum, and there's a reason for this. This container is marked with milliliters on one side and ounces on the other, and it just makes it easy to keep track of exactly what you're doing. You're going to need something that you're going to store this in when you're done. I like a swing top bottle. And then you need what you're actually going to make your rum, coconut rum with. You're going to need some white sugar. Don't use powdered sugar. It makes an absolute mess. Just regular old white sugar. You're going to need some sweetened flaked coconut. Now you can buy this in the baking section. This one happened to come from Kroger. You don't need a lot of this, but this makes all the difference. You also need coconut oil. If you've never worked with coconut oil, it has the consistency of Crisco, but it's very important because it actually is made from the coconut itself, and that's where we're drawing the real flavor, not these synthetic flavors in that junk you find in the liquor store. Coconut water. I know it sounds like a lot of stuff going in here, but it's all real coconut, and that's where we're getting our flavors from. And last but not least, you need some white rum. Now, a word of advice. Do not buy the cheapest rot gut rum they find on the bottom shelf at the liquor store. It will turn out just as bad as the garbage that's in that bottle. Buy a rum that you would actually drink, because you want a product that you will actually drink. If you buy junky rum, you get a junky finished product. It's that simple. I'm going to turn my saucepan on to medium low. Now, your coconut oil comes in a 14-ounce jar. At least that's what this one is. I'm going to use roughly half of it. So I've got about give or take 7 ounces, maybe a little bit more of the coconut oil here. Now, then I've got just over 2 ounces of the coconut itself. So we're going to put the coconut oil into the pan as it's warming up. And you just want to kind of move this around the pan and let it break down. And like I said, it kind of has the consistency of Crisco, but it breaks down very quickly. When your oil is nearly completely broken down, it doesn't have to be all the way, but close. I'm going to go ahead and put the coconut itself in there. We're just going to move this around together and let it start to brown that coconut. After just about 3 minutes, you get that beautiful brown color, and it's done cooking. Take that off the heat and let it cool for just a moment. Here I've got 2 ounces of sugar, or a 1/4 cup. Now put that in there. It's not going to need a lot because it's sweetened coconut. We're going to combine that together as well. I've got 8 ounces of coconut water. I'll put that in there. The last thing I have here is 20 ounces of rum. It's not an entire bottle of rum. It's about 600 mils instead of 750. And I'm going to pour that in there as well. And mix it all together. And take it completely off any heat source. And then we're going to move to strain it. Like everything in life, there's multiple ways to do things. A lot of people tell you use a coffee filter. I'm not big on using paper filters. This is a seining bag. It's used in a lot of bar functions. It's also used in making a lot of pastries. It's a very fine mesh. Now I'm going to use this gallon container and just put this bag in the container. And then I've got my rum mixture here, and I'm just going to pour it into the bag. You can clarify this if you want to. I like it like that. It has a look about it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to refrigerate this for about 6 hours. And what will happen is the oil will separate to the top, and then I can skim the oil off and have a finished rum.